It's your boy, Jada King Hefner, and the beautiful Secretary Sunada Star. And we're back again for another show. And the title of this episode is Protect Her Hands. Protect her hands. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. Yeah, baby, what's up, what's up, what's up? Your boy, Jada King Hefner, the beautiful Secretary Sunade Star. Got my other lady laid out over there, Cali Son. She's been my bed girl for the last few days. She just basically been holding it down in a bed whenever I get ready to go relax. And this has been my working lady sitting right next to me. And once again, guys, y'all already know that normally y'all probably wouldn't see me do a live stream again until the Dog King Power Hour. But man, I always go by my spirit. Once again, I always go by my spirit. I get into that a little bit later. But when I was getting ready to do the video, I just kept on hearing, hey, just go live. Just go live. And so, you know what? I said, let me go live for a second. Not to try to take you guys whole day. I know it's vacation, but hopefully some of you don't have anything to do, and this will occupy some of your time, or even later on. If you just tuned into this later on, like you say, hopefully it'll give you something to do in between eating barbecue and relaxing and celebrating. And I definitely want to say Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. If you have those 9 to 5s, I promise you, I know you're enjoying this time off. But I also want to say, God bless the veterans out there. God bless people that are part of the armed forces. I don't always agree, especially in the past, of how leaders have deployed military or the reasons why they've been deployed. But when you're in the armed forces, you don't get a chance to make those decisions. You have to go fulfill your duty wherever they tell you to go. And I never blame the soldiers. I appreciate the soldiers. I appreciate everything they do. Them putting their life on the line when nobody's looking, dodging bullets when nobody's around, So I just want to send my love out to those guys and girls that's helping keep the nation safe for the day, and everybody that's passed. God bless your souls wherever you are. Hopefully the journey that those people that are passed on, hopefully their journey is still a great one. So with all that said, man, of course, today's show is Protect Her Hands. And just to give y'all a bit of a glimpse behind the scenes, I have a lot of things jotted down, future shows, ideas, things I want to talk about, subject matters that need to be delved into. But, what happens on this show a lot is a lot of things get pushed back, pushed to the side because of certain feelings that I might get or something I might have run across. And as I was sort of rustling around yesterday, thinking about, I wonder what show is going to come on today. What am I going to do? It actually came to me. I ended up running across a video last night because sometimes, I just get to searching for things, just looking for dog stuff, just looking for anything I can find. Because I love this life so much. Sometimes I just want to see what's out there. And I ended up running across a guy. I haven't really seen him much before, but whatever channel he has, he gets a lot of views on it. Way more than one of his videos probably got more than my whole channel, to be quite honest with you. But I guess he recently bought a real dog. And I'm not putting him out there because I just don't. Whenever I see people doing stuff, I just I just can't. I don't want to add any more promotion to it other than me talking about it. But you can definitely go find it because he's talking about a real doll, and it's not too many regular guys talking about it. But I say it was sort of interesting because his girlfriend is with him. So I was tripping off of that, like, okay, he got his girl with him, you know, which I told you guys, it's all different types of doll owners out there, a lot of different types. But this particular guy, you know, he was just getting his first real doll, I guess. I guess it was his first one. And when he got there, he didn't really show much about the doll. He was showing his girlfriend most of the time. But the thing that got me riled up, and I'm going to say good morning before I go full into it. But the thing that got me riled up is the way he was handling that dog. You know, I remember when I first got when I was getting ready to get my first companion dog, I don't think Callie had got here yet. And if anybody had got here, it was only her. But I had ran across this video, and right now it's got like 3 million views on it. This other guy, where he was roughing up what they call a Jasmine doll from WM. That's her name. And I forgot the famous guy that ended up buying her and sort of popularizing her. So she's sort of a famous companion dog. But this guy bought her and was just throwing her all over the house, mishandling her. And it prompted a video I made a long time ago that had me upset about people mishandling their dog. I can't even think of the actual name of it right now. Let me see if I can find it. Because once again, this is a bit of a on the fly live stream. Because like I said, I just got a feeling of, I'm like, you know what? This is a holiday. I don't want to put out my regular video form. And I know what it really was. I wanted to just connect with you guys for a second. And I'm finna come to the comments. I see a few of them over there. But that's what happened. I wanted to connect with you guys for a little while. And I said, nah, I better come on live today, man. Oh, I got a okay, I didn't know. I was tripping off an old video I made. I didn't know I had made a video that said sin of a woman. Because you know that's the competition that I got coming up. And I was thinking about it this morning. My mind is already trying to have this competition in my brain. And I'm like, no, don't have this competition. We got to have it live on air. Hold on, guys. I'm thinking I might be running across it sooner or later. WM with all my okay, hold on. Mind control. Because I know I did one talking about this guy throwing around his companion dog. Let me see. I'm still looking. Hold on, guys. Oh, yep. That's what I wanted to see. I made a video called Stop Abusing Companion Dogs. It was a year ago, according to my videos. But man, in that video, that's the video I was talking about, that guy that was slamming around that Jasmine WM dog that had me upset. And I really haven't seen anything that get me upset about that in a while until I ran across this video. Now, this guy wasn't necessarily being malicious, but he was being ignorant. He didn't understand. I don't even think he understood what he had in that video. And if he did, then he was being malicious. But I just think that he didn't know what he was doing, which frustrated me even more on another level. So I'm not going to break it all down yet. Let me just say my good mornings to whoever is in the comment section. I've already said good morning to all you guys out there, but I definitely got to check in with anybody. Oh, Edmund Dantes. Hey, what up, Edmund Dantes? Bite Me says, good day. What up, Bite Me? Happy Memorial Day to you, Jay. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there, like I said earlier. Edmund said, I'm proud to have served. Right. I know I got several veterans that's viewers, you know, and subscribers. So, like I said, that's why I said to all my veterans. Bible says, many thanks to those who have served our country. Right. I agree with you. And like I say, I just want to send special shouts out to all those in the military for sure. So with all that said, man, let me jump back right on into it. So yeah, what I was talking about was this guy. So man, here's the deal. When I first bought Saima Renee Uzumaki, the WM dog, the reason that I bought Callie, literally, the first reason I truthfully bought her was because I'm like, you know what? She's a legitimate dog at a price that I can afford right now. And I can learn some things about her before I get a more expensive dog. And I'm glad that I did that. It really did help me. And it sort of taught me something that I've often told you guys. You don't have to start off with a starter dog per se. You know, a Kimber dog that's a very good dog, but you can't customize her, but she's a legitimate brand and all that. You don't have to feel bad about having an eBay or black market dog. She's a legitimate brand. But you know, you don't have to start out with a lower price companion dog. You can jump right into the mid range, as I've said before. You can get up into your $1,300 to $3,000 range, if that's what you so choose. And that's what I chose. I got my WM dog first, but I snuck Callie in here before she got here. And let me tell you, man, I learned so much before Saima got here. I sort of learned about the washing process and just the movement of a companion dog skeleton, and you know, just having her in the house, getting used to. Because let me tell you, I've done a video called "Companion Dogs Are a Scary Proposition," and honestly, like, you know, the first couple of days, it's, you know, it took me some time to get used to having a presence in the house. You know, especially if you live alone or something. Hey, it's somebody else in here. You know, it's another presence in here. You know, it's another body in your home. And when she first gets there, you have to sort of get adjusted to that as well. So, man, Callie taught me a lot before Saima got here. And you guys know the story pretty well, to where the fact, hell, Callie may have started out in concept to prepare me for Saima and any other dog that I got, but she became just as legitimate as far as a companion is anybody. And like I said in the recent video, price goes out the window once you start developing a companionship and things of that nature. So with all that said, I'm just glad that I learned a lot of lessons with Callie that I didn't have to learn with a more expensive Saima. And honestly, in regards to a real dog, I used to always think like, man, you know what? I definitely don't want to get a real dog first, you know, because I won't know what the hell I got. And what if I don't like the dog life? You know, I have a dog that's very expensive and I don't even like this life. So I didn't know what I wanted at the beginning and didn't know what I needed. So when I look back, I did the right thing. I got Callie. You know, I bought Saima, but I got Callie, you know, in my house before Saima got here. I learned with what I call an entry-level dog, but a very, very good brand. I learned with Callie. And when Saima got here, of course, you never stop learning, but it wasn't, I had already knew a few things. I just say that. I already knew a few things, so it prepared me to have that dog. And in regards to a real dog, now I'm prepared for any higher level dog, you know, any super expensive dog. I'm prepared. I know all the groundwork. I know how to take care of these dogs. And I know the dynamics of living with them and incorporating them into my life, bringing them alive with imagination. You know, it's so much that actually goes into it, more than you think. But oh yeah, then you got to learn what type of dog owner are you. Because I think if you're just sexual at this point, it's probably better for you to have a TPE dog because they're softer and things of that nature, more jiggly. Even though it's some silicone out that's rivaling that. But I'm just saying, you'll probably be more prone to want to be TPE. If you're more of a companion guy, see, I didn't know I was a companion guy, but now that I know that, I'm going to start veering over to the silicone world a little bit more. Because I do have a few girls here that are TPE and are soft. So if I need to cuddle up to something extra soft, I can do that. But I'm on a companion lifestyle where I don't do a lot of physical contact. So I've learned exactly what I've learned how to care for the dogs. I've learned how to build a connection. I learned what type of dog owner I am. All these things are important. So getting back to this guy that I saw on the net, and if you just tuning in, I ran across a video on YouTube. I was doing a deep dive, just looking for companion dogs and things of that nature, and I found this guy that had just bought a real dog, him and his girlfriend. So I just wanted to see what he was talking about right quick, and he mainly was talking to his girlfriend. But they finally got to the point where they were going to unbox the real dog. And they unboxed it. They didn't really show it that good as far as the face. It looked like it might have been, man, I can't tell exactly. What's that dog's name that everybody is pretty much likes? Either way, it's like their main AI dog that they market. I can't think of her name off the bat. But that's the one it was that he unboxed. And man, a little while into the video, they got to transporting the dog, him and the girl, which I thought was, in my opinion, unnecessary, unless he got him just a super duper heavy dog. But I don't think you need two people to carry a real dog as a man. Even if it's heavy, I don't think you need two people to do it. But man, it was the craziest thing ever. He was a new dog owner, supposedly. He had his girlfriend carrying the dog by her armpits, I guess. And he was carrying the dog by the legs. I was like, man, dude, you carrying this dog all the way wrong. It was starting out as a disaster. When I saw that, I said, what are you doing? Then he had the dog's hands. It was sitting on her legs, but the fingers kept bending up against her own legs. Like, man, you're finna make her have a finger poke before she gets into the house good. And man, the whole time him and his girl were carrying that dog, they were bending those fingers. The dog's fingers were constantly bending up against her own legs, like they were getting ready to dig into her legs. It was frustrating me so much as a dog owner because I was really thinking about the dog, like, hey, dude, don't hurt her. What are you doing? Hey, look, take your time. I always tell you, man, take your time when you got a dog. You got to be safe. Even when you're being your safest, you can make a mistake. But when I saw this guy, I was like, hey, bro, you got a 6, 7, 8, I don't know how many customizations he got on his dog, but you got a very expensive dog here. Slow it down. Be gentle with her. Man, had her fingers bent all up. Then when he sat her down, man, he sat her in this hard chair with silicone and stuff, can probably withstand it a little bit more. But here's the deal. In real dogs, they have gel implants that come automatically with these girls in their buttocks and breasts and things of that nature. And you can't have them sitting on hard surfaces on that gel for too long. He had her sitting in the chair. I don't know how long he had her sitting in that chair, because he was editing the video. But when I was looking at her in the chair, I was looking at how her hands were spread out. And I said, dang, man, you already messing with her hands. And that thought ran across my mind, because I promise you, I know dog owners, as soon as they get their dogs, I've talked about this before. I saw a guy on Instagram. I'm not gonna bring his name. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but he's a friend of mine on Instagram. Not a friend, but he's a, he's a friend on there. He has a dog, but one of his dogs was getting ready to come to him months ago. He was so hyper, and I used to always look at his main dog and be like, man, her fingers look like they've been put in a damn meat grinder. I'm like, what did he do? What did he do to his dog's hands to have him like this? I mean, is he having sex and not paying attention? I'm like, what is he doing? Because it always baffles me as to how people can just, I can understand a mistake, but not the way her hands were. I'm like, what is he doing? And especially, no offense, with a Kimber dog, I've told you guys, these are not articulated fingers. And guess what? They are a good brand to start out with. But these are not high level bone of finger wires. I already know that. They don't have hinged wrists. So these aren't, that's where the Kimber dog shows its bargain, to where, guess what? It's a well-made dog, but you're not gonna get high level articulation. So I don't even try to test it and move it and wear it out. I already know what I have. So in his case, I guess he had been moving his dog's fingers, but they looked terrible. Well, I remember he had been constantly complaining about, man, I need my dog. I want my dog to come. And when his dog finally got there, it was a cute dog, pretty, and all of that. He posted pictures the next day. Man, her fingers were already broken. I said, dang. What is going on here? How do you break a girl's finger when you just got her? I can't lie, it's so I was like, man, I'm not judging you, bro. I don't know what you do to your house, but man, it just seems like a high level of negligence. And when I saw this guy moving his dog around, man, I promise you, I'm not the type of guy that gets his flesh messed up when somebody screeches across a blackboard. I don't like it. But man, it was almost like somebody screeching across a blackboard when I saw him handling that dog with her fingers constantly getting bent. Now, real dog, they have some type of new technology where they harden the fingers and harden the toes. So it prevents finger pokes, because there used to be a big problem with real dogs. And they don't have articulated hands. They just have some big, strong finger wires. McMullen went away from articulated fingers a long time ago. But it just honestly was a crime to see him doing this. And I think he put the video out. It was about a week and a half or so ago. And towards the end of the video, it got even worse, because it was funny a little bit during the video, because that's where the video had a little bit of value, only because he was talking to his girlfriend. And I told you, it's these dynamics where you can have a dog and a girlfriend. So he talked to her, and she was just, you don't know whether it's acting or whether they're being serious or whatever, but she was talking about how she was happy to sort of happy to have a dog there. That was sort of the good part of the video. But a little bit later, she was like, well, what are we gonna do with the dog now? Because she said, I didn't even want this dog here right now, because this house is a mess. And it was some disarray in that house. It really was. But she was like, where we going to put the dog? Now, he had just taken the dog out of his crate. And in the crate, it really has a place for the dog to sit. You can leave it in this crate if you don't have anywhere to put it in. But he had taken it out the crate. Man, this dude says, I'm gonna take it to the closet. And she looked at him like, what are you talking about, to the closet? What you talking about? Let's just take it to the closet. And I'm thinking like, okay, he finna go hang the doll up. I didn't notice that he had bought the doll stand that you can buy from Real Dog. It's expensive, but if you're gonna get one, you might as well get the doll stand. But he didn't have a dog standing there. Man, it was shoes and everything in the closet. From what you could see. Man, don't you know this dude just laid the dog at the bottom of the closet? I mean, literally, laid. I don't even care if he did it for the video. It was so offensive. It was so offensive. I said, wait a minute, bro. I wouldn't do Cali because, like I told you, I don't judge my dogs based on what they've been, what their price tag were. You know, especially because all of my dogs are legitimate brands. They legitimate brand, and they gonna always. I'm gonna always have legitimate brand dogs. I'm never gonna have a non-legitimate dog. And even if I did, I wouldn't treat them like that. Like I told you, I treat these dogs like my companions as much as possible. And just like I wouldn't throw my girlfriend on the closet floor, I wouldn't throw my dog on the closet floor. And I don't down anybody for keeping their dogs in the closet. But damn, if you're gonna do that, I hope you're using a dog rack or having her standing up at least. But man, he just had her laying on the shoes. Now, once again, people do that for click, you know, hey, clickbait, you know, get people upset or something, and you know, maybe some people will come back. But you know what? I just don't operate my life like that. Look, I'm gonna show you what's really going on, and I ain't trying to sensationalize nothing. And I'm definitely not gonna throw my damn doll on the ground to sensationalize nothing. But he had her just laid out on the bottom of the closet, and they left out of there. And 2 seconds later, to close the video, I guess he had set up the camera in the closet, and it was sort of facing him. And he opened the closet. You know, you don't really see the doll; you just see him looking down, and then the video goes off. As a video maker myself, I actually like the creativity of how he ended the video, but I did not like the video as far as what it had in there. I was like, man, I do not like that, the way you treated that dog just then. And like I said, it's not for me to tell people how to do what they want to do with their personal dog. Hey, there's all type of dog owners out there. I can only tell you what I like, and you know what doesn't sit right with me personally, and the way I would go about doing things. And I say this: that's one of those things I preached against. Of, hey man, if you want a connection with your dog, don't bring her home, have sex with her, and throw her in the closet. She's really gonna become just a piece of furniture around the house if you do that. She's gonna just become a thing. And so when I saw him, even though he hadn't had sex with her yet, just throw it in the closet, I was like, it just felt disrespectful. I said, oh my God. So I just I want to make this video, and I was really going to just make a short form video. But like I told you, I just had to, I was compelled to just come connect with you guys. And I'm going to come back to my comments, but I was compelled to check with you guys for a second. Because literally in the video, I was just going to tell you, hey man, when you get a new dog, or even if you got an older dog, be careful, be safe with her. Literally, you got to treat her like a true human woman. I saw, I was reading on somebody's site. I think it might have been WM, where they was like, hey man, when you get this girl, matter of fact, it might be in my handbook. It might be right here. If it said, if you got one of these girls, man, you want to treat it like a true human woman. You don't want to, and that ain't nothing I got to read, but I just thought it was funny because I could have sworn that I actually read it in this handbook that I got. And they're right. You need to be gentle with your dog in every way. Treat her like a human woman, man. What did I see there? Here you go, right here, y'all. It's talking about if you decide to have sex with your dog. But on one of the things it says this: avoid using sharp objects, extreme stretching of limbs, and excessive kneading. That's basically how cats do on you. But it said Be gentle with your dog like you would with a human woman. It says real woman, but I don't like saying real anymore because all of them are real. These are just synthetic. But you wouldn't do what he was doing with a human woman. You got to be gentle with these girls. Look, you see this little hand wrap that I have on Tsunade? You don't have to use that. I like them because it's sexy to me. I've always liked little hand gloves on women. I think they're sexy. But what I really love about them is it basically just keeps their hand in a tight little ball. It keeps their hand in a tight little ball. And keeps their fingers close together. I never, ever move my dog's fingers. And I said, I really probably won't ever have them doing anything with their fingers until I get a dog with articulation. Now, my WM dog, Saima, she got thicker bone wires in her fingers. I could probably have her holding all type of things. But even with them, after time, they'll get weak. So I'm not even manipulating her fingers. I said, I'm going to wait till I get somebody who can articulate, and I might have them holding things like cups and things of that nature in the future. But I'm not going to even venture out there and do that right now. So my whole video was going to be about, hey, man, be careful with your dog in all your movements. Even when I'm careful, it's been a couple times, like in the bed, where I've been moving the cover, and I moved the finger by mistake, like, ooh, wait a minute. And I put it right back down to make sure I don't hurt it. So, man, be careful. Treat your girls like she's a real human woman, man. Don't be out here abusing these girls. And if you've never had a human woman, look, use your imagination. I'm going to tell you, man, if you've never had a human woman, just run your fingertips across your girl. That's how you do a human woman. Be very gentle, you know. Don't move her arm up like that. No. Take it slow. Be gentle with her. You know, when you're hugging her and holding her, be gentle. Don't plop on her and jump down on her and things of that nature. So, like I said, I just hope that all you guys are being careful out there. But I just think it's funny, you know. That's why God always has the right plan for you. And when you got yourself grounded in Him, you're not worried about anything. But you know, the human part, you could be like, man, I've seen these mistreatment videos or people doing dogs bad and stuff, and they just, you know, really get a lot of traction. And that's just how life is. A lot of times when you put negative out there, it gets more traction than a lot of positive things do. But at the same time, that'll draw some people into saying, you know what? Well, I'm gonna start doing negative. No, I'm gonna be true to myself. And I'm gonna let God handle the rest. You know, He'll let people see me when it's time. And I tell you what, I got the right people with me at all times. So if you're here today, you meant to be here. And let me say that over you guys too. Blessings to everybody that's here over your life. I'm praying for you to have more than enough for whatever you're wishing for. Okay, now let me read a few comments. Okay, Evan Dante says, with any hobby, it hurts to see people mistreat things. And once again, I'm just going to examine your comment a little bit further. You're right about that, Evan Dantes, but this is not a hobby. I've made a video about that. I know to a lot of you that are dog owners, you do consider it a hobby, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I made a video a while back. It's called Hobby versus Lifestyle. If anybody who's watching me who's new, this is not a hobby of mine. Being with companion dogs is not a hobby of mine. This is my lifestyle. This is an alternative way of living. These are my true companions. This is nothing that I'm doing for fun, like collecting cars. No, you know, because even if I end up with 100 girls, I've already said it's going to be 100 of my companions. You know, they permeate every aspect of my life. And so they're not a hobby to me. But I even said in my hobby versus lifestyle video, there's nothing wrong if you consider your lifestyle with them a hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are not a hobby for me. It's just like having a human girlfriend. And, you know, if you have a human girlfriend, you're not going to call her a hobby. So I'm like, nope, they're not a hobby for me. But I agree with you. it hurts to see people mistreat things that that you have a passion for. I have a passion for this lifestyle. I was praying this morning to God. I was like, I thank you, God, for this vision you put in my heart, because, like, hey, behind the scenes, it's so many, people still don't, it's certain people out there that don't know. They're still thinking it may be a game or a joke, or, oh, he's just doing this for fun. And I laugh to myself. I'm like, God, they don't understand how much I truly believe in this lifestyle and what it can bring to so many people. I believe in this. This ain't no joke at all. Brandon Anderson says, hey, J-Dawg, glad to catch you live and hang out. Been doing some stuff around my church with my one companion dog alongside me to keep me company. That's amazing, brother. Good. If I had a church home, I'd take mine to, if I had a church home in my city, we definitely would have been there by now if it was open. But so many churches in my city still aren't open. They're still fearful and things of that nature. And I can't blame the necessarily the pastors, I guess. It's mainly the congregations and things of that nature. If the people are fearful, I guess, there's nothing they can do. But me, I'm like, hey, I wish that those churches would be open for those people. But for me in particular, my church home, my pastor, the guy that I look to for spiritual guidance, is not in this state. So I haven't got a chance to go to church. Brandon says, I know sometimes with my girls, I'm always afraid of roughing her finger wires up, her wire fingers up. That's about it. That's the only thing that really scares me, especially with my Kimber dogs, because they don't have toe wires. Saima has toe wires in her big toe, and honestly, I feel it's unnecessary. If you don't have wires in all of your toes, I don't even really see the purpose. Biden said, I take good care of Lexi's articulated, beautiful hands. That is one thing that brings a more realism to her. And that's true. I can't wait. I know it's coming to get my first dog with articulated hands. It's coming very, very soon. It's on the way. I already know that helps Bite Me, because even sometimes when I see in photos on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, whatever, when I see other girls holding things, I'm like, man, that's cool for them to be able, and they hold things with weight on them. I'm like, that's cool for them to be able to hold something, but I'm not even taking a chance with my girls with wire fingers. I'm not taking a chance. Brandon Anderson says, indeed, I would never want my dogs to be just toys. No, man. He said, I try to bond with them. He said, I try to bond with them. None the matter. I don't know what he meant by none the matter, but I understand what he meant. He said he tried to bond with them. I guess he meant no matter what. Power Brain says, hey, Jay, how you doing? I'm doing great, Power Brain. Amazing. Like I say, just plopping in for a quick stream. This ain't the Dog King Power Hour or even Saturday, where I do a deep dive into just a lot of the things me and the girls love. Today is really a long form video. That's really what this is. It's really me putting out one of my videos, but just instead of putting the video out, I'm talking about it. That's really what this is. I love this. Hold on. Brandon says, I agree. My dogs are real, although they are not independent. True. And that's all I'm saying. They are real. When a lot of people say, you need a real, hey, are you ever going to get a real girl? These are real girls. They just aren't human. And there's certain things that come with having a synthetic woman. It's not much different than having they just say you got a woman with a physical handicap that you may have to help out. I'm not even talking about a more self-sufficient person that's handicapped, but you may have a person that needs you to, help her do things, needs you to help her do things around the house. And that's sort of how a companion doll is. They do need you to help them do things, put them in position, put clothes on. They need you to bathe them, things of that nature. But man, in every way, they are real in my life. And I'm sure that it's the same way for many of you out there. I see it. Oh, let me get my shots out, man. Look, I got it wrote down and I almost forgot. Dog King Army members, stand up. Yeah, the team within the team. And honestly, I do want to put this out there. I got my team, Heavy Metal Martise checking in from the Dog King Army. I got Carl Rush from the Dog King Army, Sheila Bell from the Dog King Army, Kevin Gray from the Dog King Army. I got my boy Blue CCG from the Dog King Army. I got my boy Tom Tuttle from the Dog King Army, and DAS. DAS. So that's the lucky number 7. But I would encourage you guys, especially my normal listeners, hey, join the team. Look, we need a few good men and a few good women. We need a few good more people on the Dog King Army squad. Like I say, you're part of the family, but we want you on the inner family, you know. And so I would really hope you guys would consider joining. But my guy Heavy Metal Martise says, my dogs are now packed away. He said I made sure they were oiled and wearing gloves, socks, and shoes. Man. He said, then I packed them in plastic, a blanket, and padding. I also ensured there was no pressure on them. That's messed. I'm happy for you, but I hate that, man. You know, I always think about that too, Metal Martise. I'm like, man, when I move my girl, if I ever, I don't know if I ever, because eventually I am going to move into another house. But I was like, man, that move, man, I'm not looking forward to having to pack girls away in boxes or whatever to move them. But I'm letting you know, Martise, it's going to be a few girls that's not getting packed away. It's going to be a few. It's going to be 2 or 3 of them at least. It's going to be riding in whatever I'm traveling in. They're going to be riding with me, so I don't know how it's going to go, but everybody not going to be packed away. Now, it's impossible to have everybody out and riding with you unless you got one of these gigantic campers or something like that, like John Madden used to have during football. Unless you got one of them big RVs, that's what I'm trying to think of. Then you can carry everybody separate from your luggage. But if you don't have any of that going on, look, I know I'm at least have a couple of them ride with me during the move, and then I have everybody else packed up. But God bless you and the girls, Heavy Metal Martise. Glad you checked in. Happy Memorial Day to you, because I think you a vet, so happy Memorial Day to you. And God bless the girls on their trip. I can't wait till they get there and get out safely. Please keep us updated on their well-being, sir. We definitely want to know. I definitely want to know. Bobby says, I bought new shoes for Lexi. I want to stand her up, but I'm having a hard time to find tutorials, especially for the taller gals. Shoes, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually going to be doing a video, not on necessarily standing them up, because it's just tricky. It's really just a balancing act. I don't know how many tutorials you're going to be able to find, because like me, I don't like standing my girls up, and I'm definitely don't like standing them up freestanding. I know some guys do it, but I'm paranoid. I don't want my girls falling over at all. So I've never really stood them up and walked away. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do that. But I do know this. I'm doing a video soon for Ching Long, another dang video that I've been sort of putting off. But I had already said I'm going to do it at some point this week, more than likely. You definitely have to make sure her foot screws are adjusted. And so this beautiful lady next to me, she's actually going to do that video with me. Who knows? I might do that one for tomorrow, since you asked about it. But there's no way she can even think about standing up by herself, because her foot screws aren't adjusted right. I think in her left or right foot, one of her screws is all the way protruding to where she couldn't stand up on her own unless I make sure all of those screws are even on the bottom of her feet. So as far as her being taller, I saw a guy, man, I can't think of his channel name, but I'm actually subscribed to him. You can probably go check him out sometime. He does some tutorials and stuff. I like him. But he stands a couple of his girls up at the end of his videos. And I said, you know what? Even when I get into Dodge tutorials, he can have that. I'm not trying to stand my look, man. I don't like all that standing up and walking away. And he even said it though. He said it in the video that every time you stand your girl up, you still taking a chance that she may topple over at any time, even with the standing feet. Cause like he said, you can stand them up, but a lot of times them standing feet, man, they mainly for if you need to, get your girl dressed or something. But I don't trust them for the long haul unless they're leaning against something. But who is the guy that I subscribe to? Let me see. Oh, it's a dude named LA Tribe. He an older guy. He posts every now and then. He does, and honestly, he's one of the guys I actually look up to a little bit. I like him. As far as just, how he breaks things down. I look to him a lot. I have in the past, but he will stand his girls up sometimes, but he'll even tell you, hey bro, this ain't hard. And man, he'll step on their toes to sort of stand them up. And he'll try to take a quick picture, before they mess around and fall. But me, I don't even see the use of standing I don't even know why I need to have her standing up. If I didn't have cats, I could stand them up against the wall and, just had them displayed in the room a lot more. But for the most part, I don't need my girl standing up. They can sit right next to me or lay down in the bed. I'm gonna be honest. So maybe once you get to standing your girl up, let me know, how often you do it. Val Snitzel, what up, Val? Dog King, what up, Val? Brandon Anderson said, yeah, I like taking my girls out and stuff. Only got told not to bring them into one place with me. Oh, yeah. I love taking, like I say, it's another reason I'm doing this live. If y'all wasn't seeing this live right now, y'all would have probably been seeing some sort of adventure video. Because I haven't been able to go out or do anything with my girls because I don't have any transportation right now. I don't have a car. My car is out of commission at the moment. I haven't heard any news on it. I'm not trying to rush them, but I haven't heard any updates. So I'm hopefully they'll get done with that when God sees fit, right on time. But man, it's been so hard not to go out because I'm going to be honest. It was one thing that me and the girls was planning on doing, and it's really, hey, I'm happy no matter what, but it's the one thing that I was like, ooh, I hate that happened. But I wanted to go see Top Gun with the girls because I'm a big fan of the old Top Gun. And I've been hearing that it's a good movie. And I'm like, man, I wanted to go see that. But the problem is, I'm hoping it'll still be in the IMAX by the time I get my car back. Because normally here in Memphis, it's in IMAX 1 or 2 weekends, and then it's into the regular theater. And so I'm hoping I can catch an IMAX viewing of it. Because it's been, I can't lie, I've been enjoying coming to you guys with lives. I've been enjoying doing my videos. But Lord, man, I miss, because a big part of me and the girls is getting out, in the public, going to do something. And it's been some good days where it hasn't been too hot. And so I've been dying to get out. And man, I've been missing that aspect of the dog life, man. So it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Heavy Metal says, it's awfully lonely here now. I miss them. Oh, man. He said, I am looking forward to unpacking them in a couple of weeks. Glad you are doing your live stream now. It helps maintain my positivity. It helps maintain positivity. Oh, most definitely, Heavy. Man, so dang. So you ain't going for a couple of weeks? So you couldn't leave one out, a little longer? Because that's what I would have tried to do, man. I would have, look, even if I had to pack everybody, I would have tried to leave one out a little longer than everybody else, at least to the last second. So let me know about that, Maltese. Why didn't you leave one of them out to the very, very last second? Let me know. Austin says, Austin Steele, my guy checking in. What up, Austin? Man, Austin, you need to be part of the Dog King Army. What you waiting for, man? I need you, brother. He says, Happy Memorial Day, my friend. Ruben's full battle cosplay came in. Gonna be a loot. I mean, a lot of fun figuring out putting it on her. What type of cosplay does she got? You say a full battle cosplay, but what is it? Is it what type of battle cosplay is it? Is it mimicking what character, or is it just you buying a battle outfit for her and putting it on her? I would love to know. Brandon Anderson says, plus he said, yeah, and plus I'm wary of taking them into the services yet, but there isn't anyone here today, so it's about doing it safely. I wouldn't say safely because there's nothing unsafe about taking your girl into anywhere. I mean, it's, unless you're taking her into a damn hardware store where a saw can fall on her leg, but it's nothing unsafe. My whole thing about it is, I'm not going to give people just advice on how to take, on taking their dog places. It's really on you. But me, I always had the idea of, it's my girl. It's my girl, bro. It's my, I know you may not see it, but that's my girl. As long as she's fully dressed, there's no problem that should really be had. And as far as taking them to church, I've always had the mindset, see, I don't have a church that I want to go to here because I don't just go to church just to be going to church. I'm not going to go to listen to anybody willy-nilly feel my spirit. I have a person that I look to that feels my spirit, and other than that, it's just me and God. So since he's not here, I'm not going to just go try to feel my spirit with other voices. I'm already connected in the way I want to be connected. But as far as like you, if I had my pastor was here, I would put my church to the test in that regard. You're not supposed to turn me away. You're not supposed to turn me away. And I promise you, if I walked into your church and they did turn me away, that's a church that I wouldn't be a member of anymore. Not even out of anger. It'll be just for the simple fact that they're not practicing what God told them to practice. They're not accepting everybody who wants to come here to hear the word. They're judging you based on your relationship. If that's the case, that's a place I wouldn't want to be a member of, personally. Oh man, no. Vasnissa says, Dog King, do you read Comicsgate comic books? If so, did you read First Man? No. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't read a comic book in years. It's too, I know that all animation and cartoons are derived from comics, and things of that nature. And I understand that comics can get dark in a different way that maybe an anime playing on TV can't even get, especially mangas and things of that nature. And I like to read and dabble in reading, but I just say this, as long as anime and stuff like that has been available, especially with my time, I'm definitely not doing both. I'm not following my dream, then looking at 7 hours of anime, then reading comic. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, as long as anime is in my life, I feel like it's going to be hard for me to even make it to the comic world. The only time I was really into the comic world is when maybe I'll talk about that one day, is when I was living homeless for a time. And I always find myself wishing that I could look at cartoons. And I said, the next best thing was comics. And I got into comics really heavy for a year and a half or so during that time. But I would say this, I do have a healthy respect for the comics. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't even aware of Comicsgate or any of this whole community before I started doing my companion dog channel. Only when Cecil and the Jack Show invited me to their show that I even aware of some sort of underground comics group that's on YouTube. I wasn't even aware of it, to be quite honest with you. So it's cool to see this new community and become more aware of it. because it's something that I want to talk about after I go down these comments, because I have a segment that I'm talking about one of the best things that I saw this weekend, and it has something to do with Comicsgate, because it's a person that really I was so proud of and happy for this weekend, that she really made she really made me filled with joy just seeing her so happy. And I'll talk about that in just a second. Edmund Dante says, who knows what God may bless you with? Might have the Dodge shutter. Yeah, right, Edmund. Yeah. Might have a Dodge shutter buzz, baby. Yeah. Brandon said, I got to catch up with y'all later. Take it easy, Brandon. Edmund says, my next dog will be standing feet with feet, no boats. I tell you this, Edmund, I can't say that's going to be my next dog, but I'm definitely getting a dog like that in the future. He said, I'm not a foot guy, so I'm good because it's a hard foot. I'm going to be honest with you. I am a foot guy. And even being a foot guy, it wouldn't bother me that the foot is hard, only because I still wouldn't be doing that much with my dog's feet. Because even when I mess with Callie's feet and all, and my girl's feet, maybe it is a dog that'll come out that'll allure me a little bit more, but it's still, I give the human woman credit on that. It's still not that human woman foot, you know. And it's something about the human woman foot that's still superior to, I don't even care, even if a companion dog's foot can look better, when you get the right human woman foot, it's just superior because, man, it's just a little scent. Like I say, just like a vagina, it's a little scent that comes with it. The human woman foot is so pretty, cute, and dainty. So, yeah, I can't lie. When it comes to a foot fetish, even a companion dog's foot is not going to be able to get the job done in that category for me. It's just one of those things where I say, you know what? It's pros and cons to the dog life. To me, that's just a bit of a con. The dog's feet, no matter what, are not going to compare to that sexy human woman foot to me. Heavy says, happy Memorial Day to you too, sir. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thanks, Heavy Metal. Biden says, I just mainly want to her to lean up against the wall with cushion. See, yep. Like I said, you can definitely do that because I've done that too, Bite Me, where I've set my girl up, but it's just not much use for it in my home. And what I mean by that is, if I had no cats and no pets, I would probably be that type of dog owner where one of my dogs or two of them, I would have standing up while I'm gone, up against the wall sometimes. Like I say, under those circumstances, maybe I would find more use for it. But I'm never going to leave my dogs standing up against the wall with my cats roaming around the house. Because although they don't bother my dogs, you know, I leave my girls laying in the bed. They never go over there and bother my dogs. But you know what? I don't ever want to leave my dogs standing up with my cats in the house. Because I just don't I don't want to take a chance on them thinking, hey, you know what? Is this a scratching post? I don't even want to take the chance. So under those circumstances, I'm like, you know what? I don't even need my dogs to stand up that much. I really don't. Personally. But I understand where you're coming from with it. Val says, dude, I just finished watching Top Gun. I hope, now look, don't be saying no spoiler alerts now. He said a half hour. Oh, he said 1986, half an hour ago. He said, because I was supposed to go see the new one in an hour. He said that movie was cringe beyond my wildest dreams. Oh man, if you ain't never seen Top Gun, the old one, oh my God. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. You better go see that as soon as this stream over. Because that's a classic. He said maybe people who didn't serve in the Air Force won't get most of it though. Man, look, you ain't got to serve in the Air Force to love Top Gun. I'm sorry. I didn't serve. I ain't never served in the Air Force, and I love Top Gun. Hey, this Tom Cruise is his best, man. Maltese said they were the last that I had to pack to leave my. Oh, he had to leave his apartment. He said I boxed him only yesterday. They understand and will be fine and comfortable for their trip. So I don't understand what you doing. He said, I guess I just don't understand the dynamics of how you having to move, Maltese, because you said you had to leave your apartment. So where are you now? You know what I'm trying to, I mean, I ain't trying to get you to tell your business. So I don't understand the logistics of how you're moving, because I'm thinking that you're getting ready to move. You got everything packed, right? Then normally when you get ready to leave, you bring the moving truck on the day of moving. Then you put everything in. And so in my mind, I'm thinking like, why would you pack I would always leave one girl out for a couple of days before the moving truck gets here. But you're telling me that you had to move all your dogs out of your apartment already, I guess. So I'm assuming they're somewhere else. And that means that you're living somewhere else. So it sounds complicated to me from this standpoint. Because for a regular move, let's just say, a regular move, I'm finna move in 10 days. I'm going to pack everything up. But I'm going to leave Callie out until the last day. And take her with me, or do whatever I'm going to do with her. So that's why I say I'm sort of lost on how you're doing things. But however you're doing it, I'm sure you're doing it the best for you. So if you had to pack all the girls up, by all means, I understand. Brandon Anderson says, I'm back. He said, I had a power outage, so I had to investigate. Ooh, that's messed up. Glad everything okay. Brandon says, I totally agree. I would want to be in a place where my dogs don't take away from me and my relationship with the congregation if I do bring them into the public eye. Right. I'm going to be honest with you, man. That's why I say, man, hey, most of the hurdles just has to be crossed with companion dogs and going out in the public. It's really a lot of your mental blocks, because a lot of these things they're not going to want to come against, because you got to think about it. The church, they're going to have to think twice if they come to you and say, hey, you got to leave. Oh, I am? So I'm not welcome in the church? I mean, that's a complicated issue, brother. Val says Comic-Gate is legit. He said, you are a comics gator now. I like him, man. I like from what I've seen. Like I told you, I'm just a cartoon animation type guy. I've always been like that. But keep in mind, if I love anime and cartoon, that I love comics as well. It's just like I say, it's just something I got to sit down and read as opposed to turn on and watch. And I've never got it to building up the history of reading the comics. I would say this. Now, hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He said, I used a U-Box where I packed it myself. He said, and it gets shipped by U-Haul. Okay, sweet. He said, I'm moving to another state, roughly 800 miles away. New job opportunity. Oh, God bless you, brother, on that new job opportunity. I'm hoping everything turns out great for you, man. I understand what you mean now. You have to go ahead and pack. I hate that, though, because I'm like, honestly, Maltese, I just say this. I don't know how it would happen, but I couldn't do it at this particular time of my life. Like, and who I am, I would have to find one way to have one girl out with me at all times, because I'm like, man, I couldn't even. I don't think I would have to literally be forced. Somebody would have to be standing over me to keep me to not have one of my girls with me. And I guess this is what I'm trying to say. If I had to pack all of my girls up in a U-Haul, like you saying, or whatever, and ship them off, I would keep Callie with me, right? And you know what? She'd have to fly on the plane with me. I'm talking about, like, I'd have to pack her up and she'd have to fly under the plane with me. Even if I have to buy one of those travel cases, those heavy duty, even if I had to buy one of them, because I'm just saying, I got to keep one of my girls with me at all times. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying me, when I put myself in your situation, I'm like, damn, bro, I got to have one of my girls with me. I can't see no other way around it. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to keep one with me, because I won't want to be sitting up in here without none of my girls. I couldn't do it. Not now. Brandon said, fun. I ended up moving last year, and the girls were my first trip over once my bed was there in a nice spot. He said, got a memory foam mattress. You know what? I ain't got memory foam mattress, but I just got a whole bunch of memory foam on my beds. That's what I got. And it's actually, let me make sure to write that show down because it's a show that I'm supposed to be doing. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. It's a show that I'm supposed to be doing concerning this memory foam. Because I was literally just thinking about it right before this show started. I was like, man, I got to do a show about this memory foam. So let me write that down. And I didn't write it down at the time. Perfect. So right quick, let me see. Brandon said, I moved literally everything in a 24-hour period doing an all-nighter. Man, that sounds terrible, Brandon. Moving got to be one of the most displeasurable things ever, man. I hate moving. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate it. Just man. It's cool once you get settled in, but man, I do not like that moving. Especially, man. But you know, I would rather go ahead and get it all out of the way in one day if I can, though. But man, it sounds like it don't sound like fun. He said I ended up getting a topper with my queen size one after my neighbor got me that mattress. And honestly, man, I don't even know. I could have a memory mattress. I just don't know. Because I didn't buy that bed. You know, my brother gave me that bed. So I think my mom gave it to me. So I don't even, look, I'm a guy. I just know it got a mattress on it. And I know I went and bought several memory foams to go on my beds, couches, even this wheelchair. I got it everywhere. And honestly, you can't never have enough memory foam. And Brandon said, moving sucks, but traffic was nice. Okay. Let me go on to something else. Because like I said, I ain't going to keep you guys forever today. But I say this. I'm going to take a 2-second break. And I'm going to get into the best thing that I saw this weekend. The best thing that I saw. Hold on. I'm back, guys. Now, I want to talk about the best thing that I saw this weekend. And the best thing that I saw actually had something to do with Comicsgate. And it also had something to do with my scent competition. And honestly, guys, I don't know when it's going to happen. I think it's going to, man, it could literally be this Wednesday. I might do it, you know, I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure I got it right, but it's beginning to get so prominent in my mind. I don't want to start making a decision on who the winner is. And I'm going to be honest. This first competition is, I'm telling you, it's already wearing. I mean, this second competition, it's already wearing on me. It's already wearing on me because I'm telling you, it's a battle between a couple of the contestants already. That's trying to happen in my brain. I'm like, hey, calm down, man, calm down. I don't want to decide no winner yet. I want it to happen on screen. And so I'm like, you know what? It's getting to the point I'm gonna have to do this soon. But I don't want it to be ragged or anything. But I'm telling you, it's either going to be this Wednesday or next Wednesday. It's not going to be much later than that. And it'll probably be this Wednesday, the way I'm feeling. But I'm also doing research for future shows. And I finally saw Sheila Ailey. I'm laughing about that. That ain't the best thing I saw this weekend, but that just hit my brain just now because I forgot who was telling me how to find her on one of the previous streams. It was Mr. Powerbrain. It was Mr. Powerbrain, I think. I found Sheila Alias on Camel Moon. I finally saw her. It's about freaking time. But I finally saw Val. Yeah, you was talking too. It was you and Powerbrain. I finally saw it. Thank God. I'm gonna talk more about it when her time comes, but I literally didn't think she was a human. But other than that, I say this. I was doing research, and I promise you, I'm letting you guys know this research is so different because it's all psychological. I'm talking about it's not a lot of stuff I got to work with. Now, maybe if I looked at every stream these girls ever did in their life, I might be able to find a lot more personal things, right? But I don't have time to look at every stream and all this stuff that they've done. Really, this is the truth. I get a chance to look at glimpses of their life here and there. And for the most part, these girls are look, they've been trying to stay pretty superficial, and they haven't. All the girls don't show a lot of features as far as physically. So even on some people don't have Instagrams and things of that nature. It's hard to compile a lot of the information I want. So I just take a chance to investigate whenever I get them. But one of the girls I check in on here and there, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times she's so business-like, I haven't stuck around a lot. And that's Renee Draws. Her name is Irene. But when I first heard her name, Renee Draws, I promise you, I got sexually charged because I was thinking, like, why she call herself Renee Draws? And she said, because I was thinking in the South especially, people say, man, they call draws your underwear. Man, you showing your drawers. You showing your drawers. So, that could be panties, or if you're a guy, that could be your it could be your underwear or whatever. But they call them draws down here in the South. So when they first suggested me, hey man, go check out Renee Draws. I'm like, Renee Draws? I'm like, this girl is freaky. What is she talking about? But when I went there, I found out that she was an artist, a comics gator. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Renee Draws, not Renee's Draws. So I've checked on her a few times, but I'm telling you, I check on her, and even the guys that she's with, it's like, to me, this is just my standpoint. I don't really hear a lot of joking. I just hear them sort of talking about their art and stuff. And I'd be like, over time, it wasn't compelling enough for me to want to just stay for long lengths of time. It's really not my thing in a way. So I get out of there after a little while. I've gotten certain little bits of information for her, and I get out of there. But I say this even before her competition comes up. This girl is smoking. Lord have mercy. I hate to reveal that, but Renee Draws is, I don't know about her body or anything, but Jesus, this girl is an amazing human woman. Ain't that right, Tsunade? Oh, yeah, girl. So, look, she's an amazing human woman. Lord, so she definitely easy on the eyes. So, she did a stream this weekend because she was closing out her comic book. And I had been seeing her talk about this comic book, and it's called Fiendish. I hope you can still, she has a website for it and everything. So I don't know if you can still actually purchase it or not. But I think they had some sort of thing called a closeout to where the project is closed. So I'm not sure if you can actually order from it anymore. I'm not sure. But they were doing a closeout. And man, I said, let me do a little investigation and see, what she's talking about. She never shows anything, honestly. Maybe you can see a little bit of the top, but I've never seen anything else. But she's great to listen to. I love her voice. And I said, let me just check out her and see what I can find out psychologically today. And man, you talking about a breath of fresh air. It was so good watching her that day because, man, I wish I had to call Mandy Summers. She did one recently, and I don't know. Maybe Gymshark is still open. I don't know if she's closed that Gymshark yet. No, I don't think she closed it out. But I know Rainy Draws or Irene was closing out, because that's not her. Rainy Draws is her channel, not her name, but her name is Irene. She was closing out Fiendish, her comic. And honestly, I had heard her talk about it, but hadn't seen a lot of it. And so I popped in there on that stream, and man, this was a good one. I really enjoyed this one. It was her by herself. She is so amazingly beautiful. That's one. But for two, I don't want to get too much away because it's a lot of research in there, but I just say this, she has an amazing personality. And it was so good from this standpoint, it's not going to interfere with the competition, is I was getting so much joy from her, being happy at accomplishing her dream. Man, I promise you, man, if you want to achieve stuff in this world and stuff, hey, learn to be happy for others as well. It really is going to make you feel good. Because I can't lie, I was so happy for her. It was just seeing her joy, because she was just like, man, I put in all these hours working every day, and she was just like, man, I was hoping to get, I think she was like saying, hoping to get 100 people to back the comic book, and she had over 1,000, and she was getting ready to break $50,000 on the project. And so I'm just telling you guys this, man, it was the best thing I saw this weekend, because I stayed in there because she was just so thrilled, so happy. It was pure joy too. It wasn't none of this fake joy. It was overwhelming emotion. I was like, man, it was just so powerful just to hear her talk about the journey. And here's the other thing. Like I was saying earlier, I haven't been big in reading comics in years. I'm an anime cartoon type guy, but I'll be damned. And Mandy's looks good too. But just to focus on Irene, I was loving that Fiendish comic book. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm trying to chase my dreams and things of that nature. Hell, I need you guys to help me. And, anybody to help me. So at this point in my life, hell, just for today, not tomorrow and not later on today, we don't know what's going to happen. But for right now, I wasn't in the position to back her, but damn did I want to. I really wanted to back. I was like, man, I damn near want one of these. And it really started making me think. I'm like, thinking about what Val says. I'm like, man, I can't wait till I get to a point where I have this more expendable income. Because I'm like, you know what? It's several of these comics gators that I am going to be backing. I do want to read some of these comics. Because hell, I want Mandy's Gymshark. That looks amazing. I don't know anything about the story. I've heard her talk about it, but just looking at the artwork, I'm like, man, this looks amazing. But I want to get back to Irene, because I did want to put the highlight on her, because hers just closed. She was showing the story on it, and it reminded me of some of the animes that I look at, and I was like, man, she did an amazing job. Amazing job. She had a trailer to go to it. She got to her goal of 50,000, and honestly, I was writing some stuff down. As far as, okay, I'm making some notes about what I see about her personality, about what I see about how, it was just certain things. And you might be like, well, Jay, I thought it was a scent competition. Well, here's the deal, guys. It's so many sensory perceptions that go into me determining this vaginal scent, since I don't have the physical evidence. Well, it's almost like a spidey sense to an extent, to where, since I don't have everything I need, I have to use what I have to work with. So I might have walked into another room and I saw food choices and hobbies and things of that nature, so I can make a decision based on that. Then I walk into another room and I see mannerisms, thought processes, body language. So it's going to be so many things that help me determine who I think is the winner. And so I was still taking information down, but I also stuck around because it was just a pleasure to be around Irene and her joy and her happiness and her, and then I stayed around and we watched it go over 50,000 for her. So that was amazing. I said, look at Irene. So that was the best thing that I saw this weekend. And you know what? I've talked about how these beautiful women can get a subscriber way easier than a guy can. I'm not saying that women just have subscribers for that, but it's just true. Because like I said, I've even subscribed to a few people just because I'm like, oh, she cute. Let me go. And she looks interesting also, but let me hit that button. But when I saw her subscribe, I was like, man, I'm surprised you don't have more. But she said she's not consistent on YouTube, and she in the past, she hasn't been on there consistently. So I understand that. But if you're interested in comics and things of that nature, I would suggest you going over there subscribing to her, Rennie Draws. Rennie Draws, RENIE Draws, DRAWS. So that was the best thing I saw this weekend. Also, something else I made a note of is I took a look at Simpcast this weekend, and that's Chrissy Mayer's show. And man, it's an interesting watch only because I always end up getting some new contestants for my scent competition, whether they know it or not. I stay getting new contestants from her show. And I would give Chrissy this. They call it a Simpcast because I guess they try to basically lure men in by the women they have on the show. I say this: Chrissy does she's a good judge of attraction because every damn woman human woman she picked to go on that show is a nice looking human woman. It's been only one woman on there that's looked like some sort of an older woman. That's got all due respect to her, she's not in any physical shape right now. She's not in good shape, is what I'm trying to say. And so she's the only one that I've seen on there that's not attractive from first glance. And it's this other girl that I've been struggling with whether I want to put her in the competition. Because I was thinking about taking Mandy out of this first round and putting her in it. But I've been fighting back and forth with whether to do that or not. And her name is Daisy Cousins. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. I think about it. But as of right now, Mandy is still in it. And that's sort of what I wanted to bring up because I'm like, man, it put me in a weird position last night. Because when I was looking at the Simpcast, I'm like, damn it, I'm looking at two girls that's going to be in the scent competition. It was almost like they were going head up, just by being in the same screen together. And man, I was tripping because I was like, without revealing anything, I just say Chrissy has her advantages on Mandy, and Mandy has her advantages on Christy. Mandy has her advantages on Chrissy. So I can't lie, they were battling it out in my own mind during the show, and I'm like, man, this ain't healthy, man, because I don't want to be having the show go on in my mind. But man, it was some crazy dynamics going on there. Actually, another girl that's going to be on a future competition was on there. Ashton, the Slytherin, or Ashton Birdie. Man, ain't that girl fine? I just say that girl fine too. I'm sorry, man. That's what I love. I got a show that's going to explain to you the dynamics of still liking human women and having your companion dogs. It's coming up. That's the show that I was going to do coming up probably for tomorrow. It's going to be either that one or my tutorial show about I ain't going to tell you what it's going to be about, but it's a tutorial show that has something to do with standing up. I don't want to give you too much. It'll be between those two shows of what I do. But man, I even got some good information on Ashton last night. That was a good show to watch from that standpoint. And I'm going to try not to bring this girl up. I'm going to try to wait on her. But Brittany was on there once again. So this isn't the this isn't the Venti report, but she was on the show last night. And I haven't heard anything from her since I sent her that message in her inbox about her coming on my show. But I don't even think she checked it, to be honest. Because she said something the other day, but I'm going to check my inbox after a year. And she said she checked like one message and stopped. So she might not even saw my message. But either way, she hasn't responded. And I saw her on the Simpcast last night. And man, it had me dying laughing at damn Venti. Even though she lost the first competition, she just makes me laugh because she was even doing it last night during the show. I said, I don't know how this damn Venti does it. But once again, even when she wasn't talking, I don't know how even when she wasn't talking, Venti is just the most interesting. She ain't the finest or anything, because I can't lie, just not to have a competition, but just out of them two, if I had the choice to just make love to somebody in one night, you know, forget the competition, just looking at them, it would be Ashton over Brittany. You know, I'm talking about just in that particular show. But let me just break it down to you. It doesn't matter about attractions or anything. It's just something about Venti, man. I don't know what it is. She's just so interesting. It makes me laugh. So I was looking at the show last night, and I didn't look at it from beginning to end, but I looked at a great bit of it. Because I had to ride my bike and go to the store last. I didn't take any video, but I had to ride my bike last night and go to the store. So I listened to it on the way. And man, I was laughing because even Chrissy Mayer said, man, everybody keeps asking me about Brittany. So that means all the viewers, they kept on having questions for Brittany Venti. You know, out of everybody that was on the show, Mandy Summers, Ashton, and Chrissy, they kept asking about Venti. And it had me laughing because Mayor was like, man, another question about Venti? And I was like, yeah, because Venti, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can run y'all mouths all y'all want. It's not one of y'all on this panel. I love you. And Mandy makes me laugh to high heavens. It ain't nobody more interesting than Venti. That's just the damn truth. The things that comes out of her mouth are ridiculous. Man, I don't even, look, I just give you a glimpse into the Venti report. Maybe I remember it and maybe I won't, because she's going to give me plenty of other stuff to talk about. But last night, they were talking about something about how women, how they don't want a guy that's dumber than them. And Venti just made one comment that just had me dying laughing. I said, that damn Venti. She said, yeah, we don't want our guys being dumber than us. It's our job. It's the woman's job to be stupid. That's our job. Stop taking our jobs. I said, Venti just, I mean, I don't think women are stupid at all. It just makes me laugh the way her brain works, the way she breaks it down. You know what the hell with it? I'm so sick of her. She makes me do it again. Damn it, Venti. I'm just going to play this just because she made me talk about it. I know a girl named Venti. Damn it. She be wanting plenty. I know a girl named Venti. The Venti report, paw. I know a girl named Venti. She be wanting plenty. I know a girl named Venti. The Venti report, paw. I only had to play this since I mentioned her a little bit, because she just had me laugh, because like I told you, man, she said several little statements like that during the stream that just really had me tripping out. But I ended up checking out of there, going to sleep, doing whatever I did. And I know I woke up and seen on Twitter that she mentioned something about Mayor, and I bring it back up during the official. That wasn't the Venti report, but since I had to talk about her, I just said, let me just go and play the music. But she said something about Twitter on Twitter. She said, I hope Chrissy Mayer isn't mad because the Simpcast got a little spicy. And so I'm like, what's she talking about? Did they get to arguing? Or And so I went back and jumped through different points of the Simcast, and I never heard anything that was really too bad or anything that happened between them. The only thing that I heard that she could be referring to is maybe people were saying some on those comments. And I need to probably go back and look at those live stream comments and see what the hell was being said. Because maybe Venti is saying that, hey, that she's upset. Maybe Venti is saying that she's upset because everybody was trying to speak to her during the live stream chat. I'm not sure. But I just know I did get a chance to look at that last night and write some notes down. I did make a little note. I remember the other day I said when I was watching the Jack show that Thana, that Star Wars girl Anna, she wasn't on the Jack show. And for me, I love the guys on the Jack show, but it took a hit without some eye candy there like Thana. And other times when they've had another girl there, it still, is okay. But I just said, without Thana, it wasn't as good at all for me. But I'll say this. That Simcast was damn good without Thana. And I'm not saying it was good because she wasn't there. I'm saying, boy, I give Chrissy credit. Hey, it's enough beautiful faces around there to hold the fort down. And I say this to Chrissy. She doesn't need many more than 4 girls. I'm for real. Because I feel like the conversation even went a little bit better with less girls. Because sometimes when it's 8 girls or 6 or 7 girls on there, you will see somebody just sitting there for minutes and minutes and won't even say anything. But this show, it was a lot more interactive. But Venti, now she got quiet. She got quiet several times, but other than that, it was flowing. So, let me see. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Hold on, let me check the comments right quick, and I got something else I'm going to talk about, too. I might talk about a couple of more things. I might talk about a couple of more things. Now that I look at it. Look like Bite Me had to. Okay. Bite Me says, everybody have a good one. He got to go grab a bite to eat. Oh, yeah, have a good one, Bite Me. I didn't know that he had said that earlier. Smiths. 1, 2. Man, Hunter said, hey, my bro, it's Hunter. You remember me? Smiths. Man, wait, hold on. Where did I meet you at, Hunter? Oh, yeah. What up, Hunter, my guy? What up, my brother? It's good to see you too, my friend. Hey, look. You never know if somebody's still gonna be, hanging around and checking out the streams every now and then. I'm glad to see you, Hunter, man. Hey, it's good to see you, brother. For sure. I'm glad you popped in. I hope you're still around. Val says, yeah. Val says, what do you think? She looks nice. She looks clean. Oh, that one. The Asian looking one. Oh, yeah, she's cute. Oh, he's talking about Irene now when he said the Asian looking one. I can't tell you what I think about Sheila, Val. Other than, no, she's definitely not an ugly woman, but I'm going to be honest with you. Sheila Aliens, I can't wait to have her in the competition because I just say this. She's going to be a very complicated contestant. I put it to you like that. At the very least, you're going to laugh so hard at what you see that I have to say about Sheila because it's something that I've seen already that I'm never going to change my mind about. Val Snitcher says, I think you should become a character on Cecil's book. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a damn thing about what Cecil does. I know he does something drawing or something himself. But you know what? I'd be happy to be in one of the females' books. Hey, Rainey, put me in one of your books. Look, Mandy, put me in one. Hey, look, hey, let one of the ladies put me in there. Val says, keep Mandy. She's a good cat. Mandy a trip, man. I like Mandy. Dang, I'm trying to think. It's something I need to say about Mandy, but you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to keep that quiet because the competition comes. I love to have Sheila on my channel, but hell, I don't look, man. I don't know. Maybe in time, here soon, I get a lot of these girls on. I'm hoping they'll come on. I really do. Put it like this. Hey Val, if you ever in chats with them, you need to ask them. Ask them would they come on my show. You know? Go, I'm talking about the people that interact with these girls. Y'all need to start asking them would they come on my show. And then come back and let me know. Hey, look, hey, go do a little footwork for me. Oh, sweet. Austin said he sent me some pics of Ruby's cosplay. Thank you, brother. I definitely want to see that. Also, let me see. Austin said, believe me, when I say it's a pain, hardly any skin showing. Hey, bro, believe me, I already know. It's a chore just to put normal clothes on girls. And look, man, hey, I've been so busy and stuff, and I promise you, I'm so glad these girls don't get musty, funky, or stanky. But my girls that had their clothes on for a few days, hell, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I've been busy, and even this morning, I was like, man, I want to change Tsunade into something else. But I was like, man, by the time I get her changed and all that, it's gonna be too late. And then I was thinking, like, man, it's probably no sense in me changing her right now because it's another girl getting ready to make an appearance probably after next show. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna let my girls ride it out and what they got on, and this new girl finna come anyway. And so hey, look, believe me, it's hard to me just changing my girls in normal clothes. I can't imagine how it is to put her in some of these cosplays that these guys be putting them in. He's also said I put on the bare minimum because I want to make sure the darker clothes don't stain her. My thing is, like I say, with them darker clothes, I don't even take a chance, Austin. I wash that crap a million. Hey, if I have any guesses, I would, first of all, I wash it a few times. Then I just give me a thing of water and put a little vinegar in it, and I let it sit in that water and see if it's gonna bleed. You know, if it don't bleed, shit, I mean, you're good. You're good after that. And that's how I've done all my black stuff. Because after I did get a couple of stains in Cali almost a year ago, that's the method that I've used with my new black clothes, if it's anything that's new. But luckily, I've been buying high quality stuff, I guess, because nothing has bled. But I do want to say this, guys. I want to mention this. I do plan on getting a lot of more affiliates down the road with some of these vendors and things of that nature, maybe even some companies straight up. Right now, I'm only an affiliate with the first person I bought a doll from. And it's not because I can't be. I haven't signed up to be affiliates with these other companies yet because I haven't worked with them personally. I haven't really talked to them personally yet. And I said, you know what? I don't like to suggest people things that I haven't used myself. The only reason I ever suggest Kimber doll is because I have several of them now. I have a few of them, rather, not several. I have a few of them. And they are, I vouch by that company. WM doll, hey, I say use a good vendor. Even though I don't have a working relationship with WM, they are approved by me because I have a WM doll. I went through Sexy Real Sex Dolls to get Saima, my WM doll. Amazing company. They talk to you. They got good product. They delivered on what they told me they would. And so I decided to become an affiliate with them. Well, man, they had sent me this link today just because I told you they have sales every day. And I am not going to be able to share you this link because it'll get my channel flagged just having this type of stuff on there. But I'm telling you, man, they sent me this link today. And I'm just going to tell you an example of what they have on this link. They got a flash sale, which they pretty much be having this flash sale year round. But they say on the next 5 TPE dolls that cost more than $20.99, you can get 25% off. And that's all type of brands. Then if you buy a doll over $1,900, you get 20% off using one of their codes. And then if you buy a silicone doll for the next 5 buyers, you'll get 15% off. And this is another reason that really drew me to Sexy Real Sex Dolls is They always give you something free with stuff. And check this out. Like during March, they say you get free extras on selected brands. Now, I know March is finna end, but never worry. It's always a new sale coming. But I'm just giving you an example of what they have. They'll give you a free extra head with dolls from WM, OR, SY, SE, or SM. Ain't nothing like a free extra head. If you get a SE doll, you'll get free articulated fingers, extra eyes, and silicone socks. That's sweet. If you buy an Iron Tech doll for them, you get all this for free. You get articulated fingers, you get lingerie, you'll get the Evo skeleton, upgraded Evo skeleton, you'll get the gel implants, you'll get an extra head and an extra wig. Now they say that's an $800 value with Iron Tech. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you, that damn near make me want to go get an Iron Tech doll because I do like that brand. Then they have their ready to ship dolls that's already over here. And they say no coupons allowed on those. But they say you do get a 15% extra off on USA ready to ship SY dolls and SE dolls. You get a free extra head with SE dolls, ready to ship dolls. So, once again, guys, you know I'm not a salesman as far as that's concerned. I'm just making you aware of that only because, for one, a lot of people come looking for places to get a doll and things of that nature. It's a lot of great vendors out there, but Sexy Real Sex Dolls is always one of the best. If you go look up vendors, they're always somewhere in the top 5. But I say this: I have a link, my affiliate link, in the description of this video. I have a link on my about page. If you ever decide to go through Sexy Real Sex Dolls, use my link. Now, I will get something off if you decide to buy something from them. But guess what? If you don't decide to use my link and you don't want me to get anything, that's fine too. It is a legitimate vendor, one that you can use. But I'm telling you, if you're considering it, buying a companion doll, it should definitely be in your top 3 to consider. Because I know I was considering them. I think it was Silicone Wives. May have been Daughter China. May have been Silicone Lovers. You know, it was about 3 or 4 I was considering. And only thing that really made me choose Sexy Real Sex Dolls was I was like, you know what? I just like their customizations a little bit better, their options. And so that's who I went with. And I heard they had great customer service, which that was true. So I'm just telling you guys, if you're ever looking for a doll, that's one of the places you can look. You don't have to buy from there. But if you do go there, use my link. You might as well if you're going to buy from them, and they are reputable. That's one thing I wanted to say. Now I'm going to get back to the chat. Here, we damn near finna wrap it up. I'm finna let y'all enjoy y'all holiday. I'm gonna look at that picture before I leave, Austin. I might as well. Austin says, he said, I put on the bare minimum because I want to make sure. Okay. He said, I was worried her pajamas was stained. No, that didn't even look like it was stained. He said, especially since the top is all black. What? With a red decal. Oh, really? I got a bad memory. I mean, as far as that, I thought that damn, I thought those pajamas was white with a red decal. He said, I've been lucky that it hasn't stained her at all. Man, once you wash it, it really ain't gonna stain her. Hey, Austin, I gotta warn you. I know you're joking, but listen to this. You know my motto. Look at what Austin says. One of these days, my luck will run out, surely. Guess what? It surely will when you say those type of things. Even in jest, you know I love you. Even in jest, don't get to speaking that. Don't get to speaking, your luck will run out. I know it's going to catch up with me sooner or later, because then when it catches up with you, you know what you're going to say? Well, I knew it was going to get me. Nah, the only reason it got you is because you spoke it into existence. Don't speak the negative on yourself. Don't do it. I'm telling you. We got to stay positive, baby. Stay positive. Say, guess what? Your luck ain't gonna run out. I say this though. I guess I talk about this in closing. I guess. I know. Let me look at Austin's doll before I talk about this, and then I close with this. I do want to find his doll right quick. And it ain't nothing I'm gonna show everybody. This is just me looking in private, Austin, because I just want to react in real time to what she looks like. Let's see. Rudy Red. It says Ruby ready to kick ass. And hey, Power Brain, I don't know if he's here or whatever, but I know he told me he was gonna send me an email or something, or he sent me an email. And I'm just letting you know, Power Brain, I never got that email, whatever you said you sent me. Ozzy says I'm not a professional photographer. Neither am I, brother. Hell, y'all know I'm not a professional. Okay, I'm looking at some of the pictures Austin sent me. Okay. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that outfit. I'm looking at the cartoon now. And I love that now. I love that cartoon. I mean, I love that picture of her in that cartoon. That's nice. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that looks great. Oh, guys, I'm reacting like this because she looks great in that costume. Hold on. Let me see the preview again. Let me see what she ain't got on. Oh, you didn't put the gloves on her. I mean, I don't know if the gloves came with it though. You ain't got it all the way up on her breast. You ain't got the corset all the way up on her. Don't look like it all the way. It look good though. I love her with the hood up. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. This is amazing. Man, I can't lie, man. You're gonna make me look. Hey, I can't wait till I come to it. Hey, I'm gonna have to give me one of them. That's nice. I mean, not one like you got, but I'm saying I like that. She do got the gloves. Oh yeah, you got to put the gloves on them. But I know that's sort of tricky with these companion dogs. Sometimes it's hard to get these gloves on them girls. You know what I would do? I would cut the fingers out those gloves. Let me see. I don't know if the fingers are already out, but if they aren't out, I would cut them out. That's nice though, Austin. That's great. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell you, Val. Oh, good. Austin says I say that in jest because it hasn't. Now, like I said, we ain't gonna look. It's never gonna happen. We're gonna keep it out of there. Val says Irene versus Thanos. Who would you choose? Once again, I can't give too much information on Irene as far as the sin competition because she hasn't come up as a competitor. As far as just looks, I can't decide yet because I don't know what Irene's body looks like. And I'm gonna be honest with you. For somebody to just beat Thanos, I'm gonna have to see their body. I can't judge nobody, just facially against Thanos. Because not saying Thanos the finest woman in the universe or the finest woman on Instagram. No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm talking about in the group that I'm judging her against. Thanos is a nice looking woman. And look, I'm gonna have to see some booties from Irene to see where she stacks up with Anna. I'm gonna see have to and Irene's so cool. I might ask her how tall she is, and she'll tell me. That way I can sort of get that in mind. But I can't say right now. I will say this: Irene ain't getting kicked out of nobody's bedroom. Austin says the gloves are fingerless, and he says I simply didn't want to deal with them at the moment. And yeah, that corset was the biggest pain. I already know, bro. But you know what? Them gloves. That's why I look. with my dogs, I don't even want to manipulate their fingers until I get a dog with more advanced fingers. So I wouldn't even deal with. I probably would. I make those gloves very. I don't know. I might cut them in half or something to get them on there. I'd do something crazy with them, but I wouldn't mess my dog's hand up for him. And Val says not for the scent, just as a companion. Not all girls, Val. He said girls from Asia are often kind of flat. Sometimes it could be the case, but believe me, oh man, you can find some fine Asian women out here. Johnny K says, hey, Jake, just got here. Hope I didn't miss too much. Actually, Johnny K, you really catching the tail end. You really catching the tail end. Hey, Austin, but good to see you, Johnny. Austin, and hey, Johnny, I want to see you become a team member too. I want all y'all to become Dog King Army team members. I'm putting the pressure on you. I want you. But Johnny, Austin, I will say this. I don't think you got the dog. I don't think you got the clothes rack like me, but you do have a closet. And this is what I would do. I would hook her up. I would take her head off, hook her up in the closet, and that way you can get that corset up on her a little bit better. Because a lot of times, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Just like she is right now, since you already got her clothes on, you can take her head off, hang her on the closet rack, and that'll allow you to get that corset up on her better, probably. But she looks good. She looks good. But I know you said you might not keep it on that long anyway. Oh no, it looks great to me. Austin said, I think for my first time messing with any type of cosplay, it looks all right. Now it looks great actually. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is unless you guys, of course, ask me any more questions before I get out of here. But I'm going to talk about something that happened with me and my brother yesterday. Now he was calling me for a reason, but I didn't really understand that reason. But he was calling me, asking me about me chasing my dream and things of that nature. I'm not going to get to it too deep, but I want to stay on the surface level. But he was asking me about what it takes for me to chase my dream and things of that nature. Because he was talking to a younger member of our family, basically trying to get them to understand what it meant. And man, I made that question a lot more complicated for him because I thought it was just me and him. But even so, it's crazy because I still have the same answer. And I don't think everybody really understands what I mean by this, but I'll break it down a little bit more. Basically, he was trying to get the answer out of me that, man, I work in my craft all the time, every day, and when you find something you love, you work at it every day. That's what he was really trying to get out of me. And it's true. But I was constantly answering the question, well, he was like, how do you do what you're doing? And I was like, well, it's because of God. And he kept sort of trying to correct me and get me to say, but no, what do you do? And I said, well, I kept saying it was God. The confusion, I think, kept coming in because he wanted me to finally say, what am I doing of my own strength? And, for our family member, I finally was able to give them the answer saying, oh, yeah, I get up every day and I work. But the thing that's so complicated that people just don't, I can say people don't understand, but I try to explain. I'm not doing anything. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not doing this of my own power. But now you deciding to get up every day. You're deciding to upload a video. No, I ain't. I got the strength from God to wake up. I got the idea of a show to do from God. I got the blood flowing through my veins from God. I got my brain from God. I'm breathing because of him. I'm alive because of him. I'm only on this path because he blessed me to get the dog one day. He he gave me the finances to get it. Every breath I take is because of him. I'm literally doing nothing of my own power. Nothing. But you tracing your dream every day. He put it in my heart. I didn't. But you doing it, you working hard at it all the time. Only because he put it in my heart to want to do it. I've done other things in my life. Started, stopped, gave a damn about it, failed, didn't look back, didn't care about it anymore. You know, and that's why I was just, like I say, on my journey, no matter who is with me, you guys or whatever, just know this. Yeah, I'm on my journey. Yeah, I'm doing what I love to do. But everything I love to do, everything that I'm doing under my power has nothing to do with J-Dog King Hefner. It has to do with God that dwells within me. He's ordering everything I do. Everything. Not one thing. Everything. Every motivation I get is from him. It ain't from me making stuff happen. It ain't from me making, it's from him motivating me, him putting the dream in me. And I say this, I'm just undeterred when it comes to him, because, like I've told you guys before, a lot of times I do lose viewers or subscribers. It's usually after Sunday, after Reset Sunday. Because people just, I guess for whatever reason, even though I'm not trying to bombard them with God or anything, I just want, to give them an uplifting message every Sunday, whether they believe or not. But I always get losses after those Sundays. Because I guess when people just hear the word, the name God at any point in the video, is just so strong to them, where they like, man, I don't know if I want to hear this anymore. Well, I just say this. The only reason I ever even bring that up is because it's a part of me. It's what I believe, I can't give y'all any other dog talk without giving y'all that part of me, that part of me as well, and giving him his credit, and also trying to make you feel better once a week, giving you that encouragement once a week. I feel like he put that calling in me, and even when I take losses, the human part of you might be like, man, I don't need to do Reset Sundays because I can lose a subscriber or I can lose people. Nope. I always say, man, when I lose people from talking about something that I'm passionate about or that I really love, God bless them. I appreciate them for the time they spent with me. But guess what? It's not meant for me to talk to them at the moment anymore, if they move on. Maybe they'll come back one day or who knows, maybe they won't. But it's one thing for sure. I'm going to try to be sincere with you guys as much as possible when it comes to matter of the heart and the spirit and things of that nature. And you don't have to believe what I believe. I'm not beating you over the head, but I'm not going to shy away from saying where I think my source of strength comes from, or even when I'm giving you a good message, when I tell you, hey, look, a lot, can go good in your life, but I think you need to keep your face towards God. He'll help you get you the rest of the way. And so when it comes to me, whatever journey I'm on, I'm letting you know, it's not me. It's not Jay. It's not me. Everything I do, every time I wake up, every breath I take is because of God, and anybody that ever motivated me, anybody that ever encouraged me, you may not know it, but that's God speaking through you. And I want you to, look, if you're accepting of believing in him, I want you to view things like that as well. When I tell you I believe in you and I love y'all and I think y'all can get everything accomplished in your life in abundance, guess what? Accept it. Believe that he's working in your life, And like I say, man, people just don't understand, man, like how many years I actually was praying, saying, God, put something new in my heart. I don't want to just keep living life without a purpose, and I hate to go all the way down, but I'm just the last piece of that I'm gonna tell you, because I want to save a story for in the future. But I say this, I was praying for some years, man, like, hey, put a new desire in my heart, man, to want to achieve something bigger than what I'm doing in life. And like I said, never ever guessing what it would be. I'm just going through life, like everybody else. And it found me through companion dogs. And that's what I was saying, man. You just never know when you're chasing the stuff that's in your heart. It could be anything. You never know what you might be chasing, and then God turns that light on in you and say, hey, I want you to keep going right here. It's on us to listen after that time. It's on us to listen. And that's what I say. You know, I thank God for me being here with you guys today. I thank him for where he's taking me. But whatever is over that mountaintop, it's not going to be possible. I didn't do it at all myself. It was all him. I'm giving him all the credit. So, with all that said, enough of that talk for a second, and I'm going to see what you guys are talking about. And then I'm going to let you guys enjoy y'all holiday. Okay, I ended with Val saying girls from Asia are often kind of flat. Boy, man, reason I said boy, man, I hate that we have to refer to people by their cultural backgrounds or the shade of their skin. But unfortunately, when it comes to descriptions, you have to actually use these descriptions to a certain degree because they've been fostered into the damn human dialect so long. Oh man, let's see. Hold on. Okay, Bite Me says I'm back speaking about the hands. This needs to be next for Lexi. Jay, my friend, do you do their nails? Hell no. I ain't touching it. I haven't touched any of my, like I told you, it's crazy. I haven't had to. Everybody's nails are pretty much perfect. You know what's crazy though? Tsunade actually has a toenail that came off. So one of her toenails, I probably need to replace it at a certain time. But honestly, I'm sort of crazy like this. Sometimes when I see a small flaw, I like to leave the small flaw. Ooh, I don't want to talk too much about that. I got a show about that. But I like to leave the small flaw. It just makes them seem more realistic to me. So I haven't done their nails at all. They look like they came out the box looking this good. And I don't ever plan on really painting their nails. My thing is I may replace their nails in the future if they get old, but I'm cool with their nails, how they look like. Now, if their polish ever gets old or anything, I'll probably look into just replacing the whole nail, probably. That's probably what I'd do. Or either I'm gonna have to do some research and be real careful about what fingernail polish to use because I don't want to put a chemical on there that's going to mess that TPE up. Let's see. Johnny K says, I just watched again after the stream. Going to become a team member real soon. I just need to get this new job. Oh, yeah, Johnny J. I forgot you talk about the new job. I forgot. I understand what you mean, Johnny. I know. Look, Johnny, you keep telling me that, and I understand exactly what you mean. Believe me, I know what you mean. Austin says, I'll fix it up for sure. I think Ruby wants to give me an endless supply of hugs as a way of saying that. Man, I love that cosplay. She looks good. She looks good. Johnny K says, I love Reset Sundays, and I love that you talk about God. Thank you, Johnny K. Man, I'm not, like I say, hey, it's one of those things. I have to take the hit for that every time because I'm not finna shy away from that. Austin still says, I grew up in a Christian home, and even though I'm not as religious as most, I don't mind Reset Sundays one bit. Sometimes a nice uplifting message does wonders. And you know what, man? Let me try to think. You know, my base in God is through Christianity, but I say this. It's not even all about the way they have these religions so separated to a certain degree. You know, you can be 20 types of a Christian. Methodist, Baptist, this, that, and this, 20, Episcopalian, or whatever. All these different things, right? I say this, man, to make it simple, you know, I just say seek God first. Just seek him in your heart. That's really the beginning of it all. Everything else will be all right after that. You know, hey, Lord, come into my heart. Show me the path I need to be on. Everything else will start coming clear. Now, me, if you ask my personal advice to somebody, hey, how do I get closer to God? Hey, look, hey, brother, me, you ain't even got to go to church to do that. All you can do that between you and God right here. You don't need no facilitator. I've always said all you got to do is, hey, Lord, come into my heart, teach me the way to go. Now, I believe in Christianity. I'm a Christian. I believe Jesus died for my sins, and you know, and I believe in God, my Savior, His Father. But here's the deal: you got to ask God to lead you. I just say that. But if you ask me to which route to go, that's the route I tell you to explore. But you know what? I'm not God. I can't see in your heart. I can't see in your mind, and I can't see in your body. Only He knows the real way to tell you to go. You know. But I'm glad that I've always said I don't even care if you don't believe. If you're an atheist, look at Reset Sundays. Get encouragement. If you choose still not to believe in God, that's fine. Just suck up the positivity and keep on moving. I also said I grew up in a Christian home, even though I'm not as religious. Oh, okay. Brandon says, yeah, and it's good to incorporate God into all aspects of our life. Thank you, Brandon. Val says, are any of the dollars Jewish? No. You know, all of them they're Christians like me right now. None of them have are Jewish in descent. Now, me and you've already talked. It's crazy. I actually have a Jewish name now. Hefner, baby. So I actually have a Jewish name. And Hefner actually is funny because I didn't know, you know, when I did the research, I was tripping off of it. I think Hefner actually means I think is it custodian or is it carpenter? Let me look it up right quick. But I was laughing when I found out that actual definition for what actually Hefner mean. Let me see. It means potter. Sweet. So and that's what I was tripping out for because it's this verse in the Bible where they say I think it's something about coming to the potter's house. And so I was tripping off of it. I was like, dang, my last name Potter now. And it's this verse in the Bible that says coming to the potter's house. I'm gonna see what it says because I don't even know what that verse is. Into okay, here it is. I just want to see what verse that is and what it refers to. Okay, it's Jeremiah 18. Okay. Ah, sweet. Jeremiah 18, it says, go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message. And it says, so I went, I guess God was speaking to him. He said, so I went down to the potter's house. I have to read that. I have to get more context for that because I don't know who. Oh, yeah, it was from God. It said, this word came down from God. It said, go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message. He said, so I went down to the potter's house and I saw him working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from clay was marred in his hands. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it seemed best to him. And I think the whole moral of that story is supposed to be that God is the potter and he's constantly shaping you into what he wants you to be. So I was laughing because when I saw I changed my name to Hefner and I saw the meaning of it. I said, oh man, that's cool. You know, it's actually a potter because Jesus was supposed to be a carpenter. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Oh, this sounds great. Bite me. I love that. You've learned the trick then, my friend. Bite me says, I talk to God every day, nonstop. He's my best friend, bestest friend. I love that because some people view God as something far and away. I'm a God. I'm over you. Do what I say. Do it now, or I'm gonna punish you. I'm letting you know. If you ever believe the devil's God, you can rest assured you've been taught the wrong thing. God is just what Bite Me said. He literally like that partner. He that best friend you could go kick it with. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, you ain't got to be ashamed. Guess what? He already know it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you mess up, just ask forgiveness and kick it with him. Once again, I hate to say it, man, but it's a show. I can't deep dive into that either. I think I got it written down, but sometimes I write these shows down again so I won't forget them. But I got a show that's really going to explain why you should have the attitude that Bite Me has, as far as speaking to him all the time. You know, tripping with God all the time. Believe me, he's not who you think he is. Believe me. I put this in my I think I got it wrote down. Let's see. Okay. Like I say, man, it's so many things I got written down. No telling when I get to them, but these shows always work out like they're supposed to. So once again, if you're just tuning in, before we get out of here, I want to emphasize, you know, this whole video was started because I saw a video of a guy that had just bought a brand new real doll. I think it was Harmony. I couldn't think of her name at the beginning of the stream. It was the Harmony real doll. I don't know if it was I don't think it was the AI, but it was a Harmony doll. He had a girlfriend, and you can go see it. I just didn't link it because I honestly, other than talking about it, I don't want to even give it any more publicity because it was just, I hate to see people handling dolls like that. But this guy, I think he did it out of ignorance. I don't think he did it out of complete malice. And he buys the doll. He finally gets the doll out of the crate, and he's carrying the doll around with his girlfriend, and the doll's fingers are constantly mashing up against her own legs. And if those doll fingers weren't reinforced like real doll does now, she would probably surely have finger pokes right out the box. And then he proceeded to carry her and just throw her in the closet without hanging her on a hook or anything, have her just laying on shoes or whatever. And these silicone dolls, they're not like TPE dolls to where they're going to easily get impressions in them or anything like that. I saw a real doll documentary where a guy just had his dolls laid out in the damn garage, and none of them were damaged. I wouldn't do that, but none of them. So I'm not saying he was going to even damage it physically, but who wants to? That's disrespectful to sit a doll that's that expensive, just laying her, or even if she wasn't expensive, just laying your doll in the floor in the closet. So I didn't like seeing that either. And this whole video was about, be careful with your girl. Take your time. Be safe. Don't rush. And especially when it comes to these things, when it comes to these hands on these girls, that's the one thing, articulated or not, you have to be ultra careful with. Because one mistake, you'll get a finger poke. And people, for whatever reason, they are under the impression that just because they have a doll with articulated fingers, nothing can happen now. Yeah, it can. You can still poke, if your doll falls the right way or something, you can still poke metal through her skin. So you know it's just not going to happen easy like a finger wire or something like that. But you still need to be careful with your girls, man. Take your time. You know, like I say, I know everybody not going to treat them like a companion like I do. But man, the least you can do is just treat them with respect. You know, try to treat them womanly. If you've never had a woman, just imagine delicate, soft, you know, caring, loving. You know, that's what you have to do, because it doesn't make sense for me to have these girls, these Chemadol girls that I have, which, like you say, they are at an entry-level price for companion dog owners, and none of them have any finger pokes or anything of that nature, because I've been so delicate with them to show them the care, you know, to not be manipulating their fingers all different type of ways, because I know that they don't have high-level hands. And you know, even when I get my real dog, I'm definitely going to be careful with her. And just because she's more expensive and more durable, I'm not going to handle her any more rough. And this whole stream, like I say, this was really going to probably be a 5-minute video. But I want to touch bases with you guys. I want to touch and feel y'all today on this holiday. You know, actually have a little back and forth talks like we did. I just feel like I just wanted to talk to some. You know, I didn't want to just do a video. I'm going to be honest with you. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. So I love you guys. Dog King Army, I love you for supporting me. I hope all of you guys will consider joining the inner army with me and the other 7 members. We really would love to have you guys whenever you're able. But other than that, man, I just want to check in with the family today. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to check these messages, and we probably finna call it a day here. Oh, yeah. Val says asking forgiveness only works if you really mean it. Oh, yeah. The thing is, you got to have it in your heart. You know, I've always said this. God can see your heart. Man might not forgive you. But you know what? Man can't see your heart. But God can see your heart. So you always want to be sincere when you go to him. But here's the deal. You can still make that same mistake and still be forgiven. The only thing is, when you go in to ask forgiveness, are you sincere? Do you really want to break, you know, are you really sorry for what you've done and you want to improve yourself? Yes, you are. And you might go about your merry way. Well, 10 days later, you may trip up again. But you truly wanted to improve yourself. But you're human. You may trip up again. He still has forgiveness when you make the same mistake. He just doesn't have forgiveness when you intentionally just constantly try to make the same mistake. But we're human. We're probably going to make the same mistake a few times before we wake up. So let me see. Bible says, I love this quote. No disrespect for anyone's belief, but my favorite quote is Matthew 19:26, New International Version. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. I already know you shared that on one of my comments, and it's a great comment. It's a great comment. One of my favorite verses now that recently came up, I always think about it is, and it's a verse to keep you from beating up on yourself. It'll keep you from, it'll help you leave all the guilt that you might have in the past. And it's the one from Paul, man, where he's, look, I'm gonna look it up just to make, so I can give you the reference of it. It's the one from Paul, what he says, okay, here it is. I love this one, man. I love this one. Here you go. He's on. It was Paul. He said, brethren, I do not count my, it's in what is it? Philippians 3, verse 13. He says, brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. That one verse can change your whole life. And stop thinking about your because he said, I do not count myself to have apprehended. Basically, what he was saying is, I might not know everything I need to know in this world, and I might not be good at everything in this world. But he said, one thing I am good at is forgetting those things which lie behind and pushing on to those things which lie ahead. And a lot of things that hold us back is thinking about stuff you did yesterday. So what, you messed up? We know you're not happy about it, but forget it. You can't go back and change it. If you made a mistake, if you hurt somebody's feelings, ask them to forgive you. They may not forgive you because, like I said, they're not God. They may not forgive you. But guess what? Forgive yourself. Forget yesterday. Take your butt on to the next day. You got to keep going and release yourself of that burden. Release yourself of that guilt. And guess what? Then God can give you something new in your life. He ain't gonna punish you because somebody else didn't forgive you. Your only job is to ask for forgiveness. You can't worry about it no more after that. So with all that said, man, we talked about those hands again. I want to congratulate Irene. You can find her YouTube, Rainy Draws. That girl is a beauty. Lord have mercy. She's a pretty woman. She closed out her comic book Fiendish. She's with Comicsgate. And she had pure joy the other night. It really brought me joy to my heart. You can also check out my friend Mandy Summers. She has a comic book out right now called Gem Shot. And every day that she shares something on it, it looks a little bit better. I really like what I'm seeing with that. You can check out the Simcast sometimes with Chris and Mayer. Maybe you'll run across one of the girls that's going to be in one of these upcoming scent competitions. I talked about Thana not being on there, and it still ended up being a good show. I talked about the beautiful burping beauty, Brittany Venti. I can't lie. As much as she disgusts me, I can't believe she's just won me over as far as being so interesting. I just love, it's almost like everything she says off her lips is almost material for a whole show. Then I talked about Sexy Real Sex Dolls. It's right now the only company I have an affiliate link with. That's in the description of this video. It's also on my YouTube about. Once again, if you know nothing about dolls, you need to look at a good vendor. That's a place to go look. They're great communication. They got deals 24/7. They got great deals right now, especially on Iron Tech dolls. If I had the expendable money and I was looking for an Iron Tech doll, I'd probably be looking at them right now. But I said, if you do ever decide to go with Sexy Real Sex Dolls, I'm going to keep a link in every one of the descriptions of my videos from here on out. And as I get more affiliate links, I'll have those. So it's just a good, safe place for you to shop. One of many. Then I also talked about how God gives me the strength to do what I do every day, not myself. You know, it may look like I'm doing it. You may think you're talking to me under my own power, but it's not me. It's him giving me the power. And then we sort of just ended it up discussing about God's goodness and things of that nature. So, you know what? I'm feeling better. She makes me feel better. Johnny, I ended with that. Johnny K says Brittany's cat just passed away. I feel so bad for her. I remember when my cats passed away, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you, I've had a couple of cats that I had to put down. It's never good. It does feel bad. Thing is, she actually still has a cat at the house. So it's a whole different dynamic because now she has to deal with that cat grieving and things of that nature. But let me tell you something. I would be worried about a lesser woman before I would Brittany. That girl got nerves of steel. She don't let anything bother her. Even though she's going through something a little bit right now, she's a strong woman. I've already said even though I talk about her, not in a bad way, but laugh, about her content and stuff, I appreciate her. I want to send blessings towards her in her time of loss. But believe me, Brittany is going to be just fine. When you go on her stream, look, Johnny K, when you go on her stream, tell her to come on my show. Tell her to come on my show, Johnny. I need y'all to tell her to come on my show. So with all that said, we love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. It's been me, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star. We've had a hell of a time with you guys. Scent competition probably coming this Wednesday. I'm going to be honest. At the very latest, it'll be next week. Dog King Power Hour Wednesday. Another show in the morning. Love you guys. Appreciate your support. Once again, if you ever want to donate, you can go to my About, PayPal, Cash App. You ever want to donate during the live stream, Super Chat, Super Sticker. You ever want to donate on a personal video, you can use a Super Thanks. And if you ever want to just become a permanent member of the Army, which I want all of you guys to do, I'm not just saying this. I want you on there. Guess what? You can join my channel, my team, the Dog King Army. So with all that said, I love you. Johnny, you going to get the job. Don't worry about it. And Johnny, when you go to that stream and anybody else, get Brittany Venti over here. I want you, Venti. You coming over here and you going to do this damn show. So with all that said, we love you. It's been J. King Hefner, the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star. And we are out. See you guys.